Hey, welcome back. And here we get to the heart of things. This is the net worth spreadsheet that I came up with. Very simple, as you see. It's very basic, like me. So you have assets minus liabilities equal your net worth. And these are not my actual numbers, but this is the way it's set up. So you enter your data on this tab here, and you'll see that this has both assets and liabilities. So what you can do is I broke the assets into different categories. So cash, so again, not my numbers, but cash. Ally Bank is where I have sort of my emergency fund. You know, it's not in the same bank, so it's not quite as easy to see or spend necessarily. If you need to insert rows, you probably know how to do that. You can just go up here and say insert row, whatever you need to do. And so just make sure you can log into all your accounts. That's the trick too, isn't it? Because it's easy to forget your logins. And when we get to the assets separate video, I'll talk a little bit more. I'm not a fan of having so many different kinds of accounts because it's easy to lose track of things. So, so just make sure you can log in. So one thing I didn't list on here is, well, I don't have a 401k anymore because I don't work anymore and I rolled that money into something else. But I do have HSA accounts, and that's the sort of thing you can lose track of. So that's a health savings account. I had the ultra high deductible medical insurance plan. And so the company put $300 a month into this HSA account. And for some reason there are two because they changed providers. And that's, like I was saying, annoying to me that you have to keep track of all these different things. And then whatever brokerage accounts you have, I have, my primary home, and then I have rental properties. And what I do for real estate, I just pull the number off Zillow each month. And I know it's not perfect, but at least it's sort of directionally, it's just an index to use. And if you use the same one each month, it means something at least. So whatever month you're starting in, I would go back and fill out all of the earlier months because it'll become more meaningful when we look at the trend. So that's your assets, and we'll move down to the liabilities here. And of course, credit cards, car loans, if you have student loans, if you have medical debt, mortgages, anything you have. And as I mentioned, it's not as easy to lose track of your debts because they will be very happy to remind you if you have not been making your payments. So once you drop these numbers in, and we can just, of course, copy this formula across. I don't know why I did not do that. But the summary tab is just pulling the totals, again, pretty straightforward. But once you start filling out your year, you'll see these formulas. So your assets are increasing, decreasing. Your liabilities increasing, decreasing. So of course you want your assets to go up and your liabilities to go down, right? And that makes your net worth what it is. And I can add pie charts over here. I'm not a big chart person, but I can do that. Looks like I started and then didn't finish. So that's that. And then in the next video, so I want you to take the time to fill this out, making sure you can log into all of your asset accounts. And think good and hard, have you missed any? Do you have a 401k balance at a previous company? That's a big one that people miss. So think that through and fill it out and come back with me into the next video. See you there. Bye-bye.